Hey folks, welcome back to the woo! Slipping in the mud. Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Brackin.
My name is Lindsay, and this is Tiny Notes from Home.
We hope to challenge, encourage, and inspire you on your journey with Jesus, for He is the way, the truth, and the life. And on our journey this week, we're going to give you another glimpse behind the scenes of our massive ongoing home renovation here in the mountains of Western North Carolina. This is a 150-year-old house. It's a giant can of worms, and today we're going to show you all the messes we've created and all of the projects that we still need to complete before we can call it finished. Okay, Lindsay, so how do you feel about where we're at in our progress on the house up to this point?
Well, you know, this is starting, our 7th year here?
Yes, just now.
Yeah, so we just released our compilation video of all the stuff we've completed in this house. And looking back, it's like, wow, we've completed a lot. But there's still so much more. And I guess that's just part of doing a home renovation like this.
While we're living in it.
While we're living in it. And raising our family and all the other things.
Making music, etc.
But it's good, and I'm excited about all that we have going on right now just because it's kind of a lot all at once.
Are you encouraged, overwhelmed, discouraged, excited?
It just depends on the day, I would say.
Fair enough. Well, today is a nice day, so we're going to walk around and show you the can of worms that we've opened, which starts right over here. And that brings me to mess number 1, which is this area right off our kitchen. We intend to build a laundry room and soap making space for Lindsay's Sparrow Song Soap Company. And this is one of the last kind of large projects we have on the exterior of the house. Because it's a large project, we thought we'd break it into pieces and just start digging the foundation. But that opened a can of worms and the chess game has begun. So I'm going to take you around the entire property and show you how, in order to finish this room, we first have to cut down some trees on the other side of the yard. So, Lindsay, what happened with our laundry room project and why does it matter? What's going on here?
Well, the laundry room project, we had to press pause because as we dug out the dirt for the footer, we wanted to move that dirt somewhere and not just have a big dirt pile sitting. And for a while, we've wanted to build a retaining wall down here in this part of our yard, which connects to our driveway. Our property is very sloped, and so we have a lot of drainage issues when it rains. We get a lot of heavy rain, and sometimes our driveway just gets flooded. And so it's kind of like, for years, we've been needing to do some of these things anyway. And when that pile of dirt was there, it was like, okay, I guess we're gonna put the dirt here, and now we need to build a retaining wall to hold the dirt. And that snowballed into just a bunch of other things. So we'll show you what I'm talking about.
So while we didn't intend to build this retaining wall, we have in fact finished a large area of a front yard that we didn't have before. And the idea will be to put a playground here for the children so that I can watch them playing from the studio. Lindsay will be able to see them from the house. So yeah, this is a cool project that we are almost finished with, but as Lindsay alluded to, we have lots of rain, and so this is turning into a muddy mess, and this is another project that still needs to be finished. So across the driveway from our new retaining wall and the yard area, we have another area that needs to be finished because we needed more dirt for the wall, and we had to dig that dirt from over here. So now we have a muddy mess in this part of the yard as well, but at least it's flat and we'll be able to use it for maybe a picnic area or something as well. That's the third unfinished project. We're just creating a lot more work for us to do in the coming weeks, months, and years. Right here behind our retaining wall, we put in a whole drainage system which comes out under the wall. But the pipe ends here and needs to go all the way across the driveway over into the stream. But you'll notice there's something in the way. This is what we affectionately refer to as our barn. It's basically a storage shed with lawn equipment and tools and whatnot. And we have actually wanted to move this barn down by the garden because it's garden-related stuff. And now we have even more of a reason to do that because we need to trench all the way across the driveway a new drainage line. But here's the thing. If I'm going to rent a trencher to trench this, then I ought to trench the gutter drains from the studio. I also ought to trench a new power line over to a couple of our outbuildings. And I also ought to trench power and water over to our carport, which is kind of our man cave slash boys shed slash mechanics area. And I also ought to trench a water line from the house down along the driveway and out to the garden. And so we kind of need to tear up the yard even more than it already is. But all that to say is this barn needs to be moved. I'll show you where we're going to put it, right over here. So here's the house. Studio and the garages are over there. And as we come around, this is Lindsay's beautiful garden area. And right on the other side of the garden is where we would like to put our barn shed. But there was a bunch of giant, half-dead hemlock trees that needed to come down first. So we have spent the last week falling those trees onto the ground. This is where the barn is supposed to go. And, well, many of them are still here. So this whole mess needs to be cleaned up and hauled off or chipped or burned so that we can move the barn down here so that we can then trench all of our drainages across the driveway so that we can then finish the new lawn area and playground space so that we can then do what? What comes after that?
Go to sleep. No. Well, that's probably gonna take us into a couple more months, right?
Probably so, into the summer.
Yeah, and then maybe we'll be in a better place to actually begin building.
Maybe, except what about?
Oh, yes.
Let's go show that to them as well. So, Lindsay, what else do we need to finish before starting the laundry room addition?
Yes, well, we have kind of a little bit of a situation here with our entry up to our house. Our house is up high, so we have to walk up some stone steps to get up to the house, up to the porch. And recently, our porch was very dilapidated, so we had to tear it off, and we built a new porch that we actually are going to still add on to. So we needed to replace our door. In order to replace the door, we had to take the deck off because of what? Why?
It was just all connected.
It was all connected. So yes, one thing leads to another. This is how it goes with old houses and renovating.
And that's just a few of the things outside so that we can start this little room.
Right. Well, and all of these things we need to do at some point anyway. So yeah, it's nice to have things happening and progress.
That's right. So yeah, it's a lot, but we're thankful. We're happy in the Lord, and we're working hard and trucking along as best we can. We'll try to bring you guys along on a few of the projects. We are also working on new music behind the scenes as well over in the studio. What else would you like to share before we go?
I just found this huge paper wasp nest right here.
Oh.
So we should maybe spray that.
I wonder if it's dead.
It might be.
Might be a dead one.
Yeah.
And so there's no shortage of things going on here. Stay tuned for more of that as well.
That's right.
We love you guys. God bless you.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.